a very warm welcome to Finland, where the capital coastal city of Helsinki has a long sporting tradition, having staged events such as 1952 Summer Olympic Games and the first ever World Athletics Championships in 1983. But all this week it's the sport of badminton that's taking centre stage, as we are based here in Vantaa, which is just north of Helsinki, and we're here for the 17th staging of the TotalEnergies BWF Sudirman Cup, the World Mixed Team Championships. Now this year we've had a completely new format for the Sudirman Cup, just 16 teams with representation from all 5 continents. And over the first 5 days we had the group round robin stage, and it was only the top 2 teams from each of the 4 groups who qualified for the quarter-final knockout stage. We had the quarterfinals yesterday, and the big news was that Indonesia, the first ever winners of the Sudirman Cup, were beaten for the first time in the history of this competition by Malaysia. China had to come from 1-2 down against Denmark. So apart from Indonesia, the only other 2 countries ever to win the Sudirman Cup, China, the defending champions and 11-time winners, and Korea, the 4-time winners, play each other in the first of the semi-finals. Then this afternoon it's the number 2 seeds, Japan, beaten finalists 2 years ago, against Malaysia in their second Sudirman Cup semi-final, 12 years after their first appearance at the semi-final stage. Well, as always, just before play gets underway, the teams have their team huddle, and this was China. As I was saying, the defending champions and 11-time winners, they are the most successful team in the history of this competition, and they're looking to reach a 14th consecutive final. Korea have contested the final 8 times, having lifted the trophy on 4 previous occasions. Here the Korean team with their huddle, and all the players excited about the semi-final. Yes, she's playing twice, Shin in today's lineup. But I can tell you the best of 5 matches, 1 of each of the 5 disciplines. But unlike the group stage, once the tie is won, any remaining matches are not contested. So the order of play is vital. And we're starting with mixed doubles, and it's the Olympic champions Wang and Wang Dongping up against a scratch pairing of So and Shin, though they did play earlier in Korea's campaign. Then it's men's singles, and Chi, the World Championship silver medalist from a few years ago. He's not been in the best of form. He's lost his last 2 matches. He's up against a man who's in tremendous form. Huang has won his last 2 matches. Then it's women's singles, and Chen Yufei, the Olympic champion, is in a 6th encounter against Young. The Korean has never beaten her Chinese opponent, but the Korean was in tremendous form earlier in the tournament, beating Wang 21-3 in the second game. Men's doubles, that's been problematic for China. This is a 4th different men's doubles pair in the 5th match of their campaign. They're up against the established Choi Sung-gu and So Seung-jae in his 2nd match of the tie. And hopefully we will come down to the 5th match, the women's doubles, the Olympic silver medalists Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan up against the pair that was 4th in the Olympic Games, Lee So-hee and Shin Chan in her 2nd match of this semi-final tie. So an absolutely tremendous lineup, and this the first matchup in the semi-final. Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping, the Olympic gold medalists, up against So Seung-jae and Shin Chan. The Olympic champions. Well, this is their 4th match of the campaign. It was only against India where they were not selected, and twice so far, both in the group decider against Thailand and in the quarterfinal against Denmark, they were the 5th and final match. It all came down to whether they could win the mixed doubles as to whether China would progress, and they played in style. Well, the Korean pair the left and right-handed combination, So Xiang-jae. He's down for 2 matches today, and so is his partner, Shin Chan. They played once together in the campaign so far. That was in the group decider on Thursday against Chinese Taipei. They beat Yang Peng-ho and Lu Hingfeng in 2 close games. But this obviously will be a first meeting because this is a scratch pairing from Korea. So no previous results to go on, but we know that the Chinese pair, as Olympic champions and twice World Championship medalists, are an extremely competent pair. So the Chinese won the toss of the coin and I believe have chosen to serve. Certainly the Koreans were able to choose ends, and well, there's very little drift in this arena here in Vantaa. It's wonderful playing conditions. Just before the match started, I was talking to Steen Pedersen, who was saying he thinks there is a little bit of drift, but we'll get more on that in a moment. Wang Yilu is 26 years of age, although he'll turn 27 next month. Born in Shaxing in Xinjiang province. Tall man, as you can see, 185, that's just under 6'1". And he and his partner have been world #1s. That was for a total of 5 weeks across 2 different spells back in 2018. Huang Dongping is 26 years of age, born in Meishan in Fujian province. And they won their Olympic gold medal, beating the #1 seeds Chen Shiwei and Wang Yaxiong in the final in Tokyo. Only their 3rd win against their teammates in their 16th meeting. Now, as I was telling you, they've played 3 previous matches in China's campaign here at the Sudirman Cup. They won against Finland. They beat Anton Kaisti and Jenny Nystrom in that match. They weren't selected against India. On Wednesday against Thailand, they were the 5th match, beat Puavaranukro and Teurat Tanachai, who were world #2s, and they beat them in 2 straight games. And then against Denmark in the quarter-final, 2-2 it was, and they beat Christiansen and Boya in 2 games. They had been 5-12 down in the opening game, but eventually won it 21-18, as you can see, 21-12. So to their opponents, and the pair of So Xiang-jae, he's 24 years of age, and his partner, Shin Chan, she's 26. They are not seeded, or ranked, I should say, on the world ranking. There we have the statistics, but you can see that he's been as high as 5 with Che Yu-jung, and Steve and I were discussing just before coming on air why Che Yu-jung isn't here. We haven't been able to tell to the coaches or the players because of the protocols. We're kept apart, but obviously she must be injured. We don't even know whether she's here in Vantaa. So 1 previous match for this pair, and that was against Chinese Taipei, Yang Po-han and Hu Lingfeng. Umpire for this one, Latif Johari from Indonesia, and our service judge Reza Roshan Omid from Iran.
On our right, Korea, represented by So Xiang-jae and Shin Chan. On my left, China, represented by Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping. China to serve, Wang Dongping to So Xiang-jae. Level play.
So So the first match of the semi-final tie at the 2021 Sudirman Cup. China against Korea, the two most successful teams in the history of the Sudirman Cup. China, far side of the court as we look down with the Olympic champions Wang and Huang and the scratch pairing of Su Seung-jae and Shin Seung-chan. And just to explain that, what I mean by a scratch pairing is two players who don't normally play together. In fact, I don't think prior to this week in Vanta, the two Koreans have ever played together before.
No, that's true. Never before. Su Seung-jae was sort of going through a transition from men's singles player to doubles player after the Olympics in 2016.
Oh, that's a beautiful net shot from Huang Dongping. Oh, good interception. Good rally. Oh my goodness.
Fantastic defense there.
That's drifted wide. What a rally. Well, if the rest of this mixed doubles match is anything like that rally, we're in for a treat. 54 shots this early in a match is extraordinary. Yeah, got in each other's way. I did wonder before the start of this match, Steen, whether the Olympic champions would have perhaps had a bit of a wake-up call, having struggled in the opening game against the Danes when it was 2-2 in the tie, and what were they, 5-12 down, and whether
they had a little bit of a bad start against Christiansen and Boyer, who started out very well in the attack yesterday and sort of shocked Huang Dongping and Wang Yilu. But I also think that it was sort of it sounds strange to talk about a quarterfinal like this, but the magnitude of the situation. China was on the brink of losing in the quarterfinal for the first time ever. They'd never lost a World Mixed Team Championship to Denmark. So I think they were a little bit tense in the beginning.
Yeah, they've medalled in all 16 previous Sudirman Cups, so it would have been seismic had they have lost to Denmark.
Yeah.
Yang Ming, mixed doubles coach for China. Oh, that's sharp.
Yeah.
I was talking to Morten the other day when we were watching this Korean pair play against Chinese Taipei, and I was saying that I was convinced that Shin Seung-chan, when she just emerged out of the junior badminton, was tried as a mixed doubles partner to replace Lee Ho-jung, the Olympic champion, to play with Lee Yong-dae, but that never really seemed to sparkle and take off.
It didn't materialize, and I think it was a pity back then, because I remember it clearly that I thought he tried a number of different partners, Lee Yong-dae, but nothing really worked. And I thought that it could have been made to work with Shin Chan because she had some good things on the front court where she actually was able to put it away at the top of the tape, and she could play on the back court, and I think she could also develop a reasonably good defense to support Lee Young-dae's amazing defense. And now we can see the pair on the other side where Huang Dongping, she's not a sort of natural front court player, but she's developed her game, and that means that her skills on the mid court and the back court area suddenly is, if not a deciding factor, then certainly helping to sort of complete she and Wang Yilu as a pair. Look how she covers the court there from forehand to backhand, and that's sort of nice when you're a male mixed doubles player to have a little bit of freedom. There's confusion, well played by the Koreans, but nice to have that freedom that you can move to the front court and feel confident that your partner's covering behind you.
And that's actually something that we should consider with the Korean pair, because I think with Shin Chan
get more firepower from the back court
than Che Yoo-jung.
Definitely,
yeah,
definitely. Che Yoo-jung, the left-hander, very well playing at the net, very delicate shots, but she's not that strong at putting it away, and she's not that strong from the back court. She's too easy putting pressure on. When I say too easy, it's for perhaps the world top 5 pairings, but struggling a bit from the backcourt. So that's where Shin is an addition.
Oh, it's touched it, yeah. Well, Shin Chan putting it away, just in case the umpire didn't spot the double hit from the Chinese pair. Yeah, you can see the shuttle deflected there. So, back level, 7-all, 4 straight points. Yeah, gosh, he's moving quickly today is Suh Sung-jae. Certainly hasn't had the best men's doubles campaign so far, the left-hander.
No, lost yesterday to Thailand, and I thought ahead of the tournament that he could be some kind of a key player for the Korean team. That hasn't happened yet, but yeah, if they are to win this team tie here, then at least one match for him seems to be necessary.
Yeah. So the run of points comes to an end, but those 5 straight points for Korea have sent a strong message to the Olympic champions. Yeah, all out attack in the rally from the Chinese combination. Very good tight serve, skimmed over the net. Out. 4 straight points to go to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage. Minutes into the match.
밑에서 왔다 하면 여기 있잖아. 크로스 한번 당겨줘. 그럼 들어가냐. 나오면서 올라오면 가야 되고. 에? 하나, 둘. 이거를 수비로 해가지고 맞춰서 잡으려고 하면 안 돼. 수비 왔으면 팀을 빨리 전환을 생각을 하고 있어야 돼. 언더 올리. 너도 마찬가지. 올리게? 계속 올려? 이거 아니야. 하나, 둘. 안절든 그 생각을 하고 있어. 지금은 여기도 마찬가지로 해가지고 올라오면 맞아. 맞는다는 거. 전환을 빨리 해주고.
Well, that's a coach that speaks up. Too bad we don't
Yes.
understand Korean.
And he seemed quite animated, didn't he?
Very.
I hope it was positive things.
Yeah.
Oh, drive serve. And good reactions from So Sung-jae to the drive. Oh, he's missed it. 6 straight points now.
It's tough just when you catch up on your opponent and you see them sort of run away again. Tough mentally.
Oh, that's found inside the back line. Flatter smash from Wang Yilu. Yeah, I agree with you, Steen. It is tough mentally for the Koreans, having worked hard to get back from 3-7 down to lead 8-7. But isn't it a mark of the Chinese pair, the Olympic champions, that they've said, okay, right, we're going to take back control again and absolutely start dominating again?
I think it is, and we saw it yesterday. I mean, it's the first time they've been sort of trusted with playing the decisive match in a mixed team tie against Denmark. They started out a little bit nervous, but they still managed to come back, even though they were trailing big against the Danes. And now they are asked to start off their campaign here.
What a good rally. Brilliant. The speed of this.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, sensational rally.
But also well played by first of all So Sung-jae setting it all up, but Shin actually putting it away at the net. And I'm thinking about would Che have been able to do the same? Maybe she would have, because the chance was actually reasonably big here. But that's what the development is for the left-hander that's not here, to be able to put smaller chances away, not having to have a big chance to actually put score points from court.
Good flick serve.
It's interesting. We talked about a couple of years ago, before the pandemic, that mixed double was decided by who had the best front court female player. Huang Chong was split from Lu Kai, and Jiang Siwei was split from Chen, and they formed a formidable partnership because Huang Chong dominated the front court. But we can see when the shuttles the playing conditions get a little bit slow, and it becomes increasingly more important to have a versatile female player that can both play at the net but also defend herself on the backcourt and the midcourt.
Very, very good point. Oh, what a serve. That is fantastic. Deceptive drive serve.
And there's some pairings that has incorporated these serves more in their game than others, and I think it's necessary to have it as an integrated part of your game, not just as a variation. It should be an integrated part of your service game plan, so to speak, in the doubles disciplines. And we've also seen it sort of on occasions in singles. I think we're going to see it more in singles as well. Yeah. I liked it. We see a lot of players refrain from doing the same again. Why, when it's worked? I mean, why not continue with the drive serve?
Yeah, obviously made an error on that occasion, but the philosophy of it worked last time, do the same thing again. Keep using it until it stops working.
Yeah.
So, first challenge of this semi-final. Clearly long, says the instant review system. Oh, lucky net cord. Didn't he crouch defend well? Saw some J.
He can go fully on that low serve while you do commit totally, because Huang Dongping can easily cover the backcourt for him, provided that he makes a good return.
So 7 game point opportunities for China. Oh, what a great return of serve. Oh, quick.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So fast around the court. Wang Lu in today's semi-final so far. Quick on defence, quick to come forward, quick to take the shuttle early in the half-court area. And he and his partner's reward is the opening game, 21-14. 18 minutes of play.
놓기 전에 돌아오는 거를 준비를 해야 돼. 놓기 전에 돌아오는 거를. 그리고 지금 뭐
又拉回来，就在前面这里推完以后，两个分边这么压的，这个舒服啊，后面打球转。
Not much chat from Yang Ming.
No.
That's interesting in itself, isn't it, Steen?
Yeah, it's a sign that things are going according to the game plan. That what they expected would happen is pretty much happening, and that they're well prepared. Whilst on the Korean side, there's this animated coaching, and that's a sign that they have to change something dramatically compared to what they've agreed upon before the match, or someone is not following the game plan.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Second game, level, play.
So the Olympic champions Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping, one game to the good, 21-14 that opening game. What can the Koreans, this unusual pair, oh, there's a bit of wildlife I think on court.
So if you're bugged by insects at home, you can call Seo and Shin and they will take care of it for you. That one's gone. No, still moving.
So second game.
Oh, she lost her racket. It's on the other side. I don't know if that's allowed.
Oh, that's a fabulous rally. As long as it's not interfering with play.
Yeah. Or disturbing the opponents.
Well, not to touch the net.
Yeah.
That's extraordinary, isn't it?
And she's probably going to take some smoke from her teammates when, when she's back in the camp. Asking to play with a little line around her around her wrist.
Now, the Koreans simply cannot afford to let the Olympic champions get too much of a lead in this second game. Got to keep it tight at these early stages because the Chinese pair are great front runners. Nice block.
Yeah, that's well played. She's actually performing really, really well, in my opinion, Shin Sung-chan. I watched a bit of women's doubles she played yesterday against Thailand. They won the decisive women's double, but I felt she was quite error-prone.
Yeah, and that was a long match, an hour and 30 minutes against Kitty Harakun and Teorat Tanachai.
Oh, that's some good rallies. Wow, that's well played.
Yeah. It's not often there's a big open space on Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping's side of the court, but there was on that occasion.
Yeah, that's well played. Another example that we discussed earlier there where Shin is able to put more pressure from the backcourt than Che would have been able to. I think she hits a bigger smash than Seo's normal partner.
Obviously mistiming the defensive shot, but the movement there of Wang Yilu back in court, he's so smooth and so fast.
He's a fantastic mover, fantastic mixed doubles player. We've often praised Jiang Siwei for his movement and his big smash, but I think Wang Yilu is equally good, perhaps even better.
Oh, great defence. And just to follow up on that point, I think Wang Yilu is more of a complete player.
Yes.
I think Zheng Xuwei has got incredible speed and incredibly hard smash, but that's not his only qualities, but
No.
that's the basis of his qualities. Whereas I think Wang
Where he's
Yilu,
the best in the world.
yeah, I think he's more complete player. He's got better half-court shots. He's
Better from below the tape.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. That's why it was so important for Jiang Siwei to get Huang Yaqiong to control the net for him. But with a little bit slower shuttles there, that's under pressure.
It's a nice, clever
Yeah.
cross-court clear from Shin Chan.
And that was one of the things I thought about in the mid-game interval. What can the Koreans do here? And one of the things is to put Huang Dongping on the backcourt, because even though she's strong, it's better to have her on the backcourt than Wang Yilu. If they can put it back to her and sort of move her centimeter by centimeter, or look for some openings, or make Wang Yilu impatient. This is what they need to avoid, the Koreans. They are losing quick points in the service situation, and I don't think they can afford that, because the shuttles, the playing conditions are slow, so easy points, one in the service situation, is much more important than normally here, because it's more difficult to score in the rally play, so to speak.
Yeah,
See, another point.
yeah.
I've counted
5
at least
shots.
3 points gifted away in the, not gifted away, but lost in the service situation, where Huang Dongping and Wang Yilu have been stronger, in my opinion.
Oh yes. Oh, he very nearly got that. Wang Yilu.
Sarasota 5-6.
It was wonderful scenes in Tokyo, wasn't it, when they won the gold medal? I mean, the outpouring of joy.
Yeah.
And there's been criticisms in the past about commitment of two Chinese pairs or two Chinese players playing against each other, but it was absolutely brilliant, and there was no question it was all out, and the scenes when they actually won and their unreserved joy was wonderful to see.
They've played some amazing matches against each other, also in the World Tour finals, when this pair has come out victorious. And to me, they're normally a level above the rest of the bunch in mixed doubles, these two Chinese pairings.
Short.
Good defense.
Yeah, I like the way she blocks and moves forward.
Yeah.
Shin Chan. Like there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pity from a Korean perspective. Did everything right in the rally apart from the final shot.
Is she committing fully? Not entirely, in my opinion. But play it and stay there. It's like she wants to sort of stay in the middle of the net, and I think she should just play it and stay directly there, covering the straight drop. But it's also perhaps being a little bit too harsh on her.
Well,
it's just when we get everything in slow, then it's easy to find the mistakes.
I think the fact that she was trying to play a deceptive little block, that's a great flex serve, isn't it?
And another point one in the service situation.
Yeah.
In golf, they have a statistic saying strokes gained putting. If you're a better putter, how many shots is it going to save you? If you're a good server and a good returner, how many points is it going to give you? That was a missed service return there from the Koreans.
So two cheap points.
I think the 5 points that they've gotten ahead now, that's one in the service situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very sharp Huang Dongping. And a 6-point advantage here in the second game, having already won the first. Chinese pair looking very good at the moment. Oh, there's more talk from Yang Ming now.
Yeah, because if I were Yang Ming, I would I'd be satisfied with the lead, but not with the rallies, because they have trouble converting control over the rallies to points. The Koreans are playing great defense, in my opinion. So that would be the thing to discuss. How do we do when we have the attack? Instead of getting into a fight, maybe try once or twice and then block it, and then we keep control over the rallies if you're the Chinese pair.
Attacking shot from the left-hander, too much towards Wang Yilu, and that left his partner very, very vulnerable. Nothing Shin Chan could do about that. The drive down the line.
It's beautiful play, and just nodding to Yang Ming, I'm almost positive that that's what they've discussed, being a little bit more patient in the first shot, waiting for the right opportunity.
6 straight points now. This is what they're so good at, applying the pressure. You know, 7-5, you think it's quite close.
Yeah.
I think it's, you know, anybody's match, anybody's game. And then they just pile on the pressure. 6 straight points. That puts a whole different complexion on the game. Oof. She doesn't miss many of those, but that was completely mistimed. Beautiful drop, beautiful. The disguise on that. The leap in the air, turned the shoulders, looked as if he was going to play the power smash. And just checking the shot at the last moment to pull up the disguise on the drop shot. So, Steen, apart from not gifting away points from the service situation or receiving situation as far as Korea is concerned, is there anything they can try doing right now to try and turn this around?
And they got to have the initiative, or at least complicate things and sort of have a lot of changes in between defense and attack. That's if they can't get a full attack, then they must be able to turn it around. But I think the last 2 times he's had the chance, Wang Yilu, he's played beautiful offense. She should have blocked that one.
Yeah, unbelievable defense from Huang Dongping.
Yeah. Wait. Well played. No.
Good rally.
Oh, that's a good play.
Unbelievable.
They're playing a little badminton match there. Wow, that's fantastic.
Oh!
Oi!
Another defensive shot out of this world. What a rally. Well, that's got to be a contender for performance of the day. How on earth Huang Dongping managed to keep the shuttle coming back on several occasions. Not only the best rally of the match so far, but also the longest rally of the match. Yes, all that hard work. Can't believe she made the error on that little block. 59 shots. Extraordinary.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of the answer to your question. More of these rallies, hopefully with a little bit more control. From a Korean perspective, so that Siu can come in with his dangerous left-hand attack. He can hit it really, really steep, and hopefully get Shin here to intercept and make some kills at the net. Good serve.
Yeah, good drive. Yeah, that's well left too. Yeah, you're right, Steen. I mean, when this Korean pair get into the rally,
they are almost equal. I haven't counted it, so I won't say they're equal, but almost equal. They can play rallies with Wang and Huang.
Yeah, got caught, committed to the forehand defence, same towards her left hip. It's great awareness from Wang Yilu.
And he's so fast, Wang Yilu. It's amazing. It's normally a shot that you can get away with because it wasn't that much above the tape, I think.
Nice block.
Good shot. There's a chance.
Yeah.
Well worked. And that's the way to do it for both the male players when they have the chance at the backcourt. Once in a while, of course, you need to really fire the first time you have the chance. But with the strong defense of both these pairs, then you want to drag them away from the set positions in the defense and see where you eventually can get openings. You want to variate a lot, unless you really find a spot that's weak, and I don't think they've found that spot yet, because then they would have exploited it a lot more, either of the sides.
Oh, the lucky net court.
Yeah. That was a risky defensive shot, but paid off this time.
Dear me. Oh, that's a huge pity from a Korean perspective. I think that's the first service error of the match, isn't it, Sting?
To tell you the truth, I haven't paid enough attention.
That's a great return.
But I trust you, Jill. So, and that's just such a beautiful point to get, instead of having to work these 50-plus shot rallies. Oi, oi, oi.
Lost his balance as he was trying to recover from the dive. Decided he was better to try and defend from the ground. Did quite well. Good commitment on the return of serve, but still no advantage. Such was the quality of the serve.
Excellent. She's moving so far back in the defense.
Yep.
And she's unable to get to those shots. She can take one step, but then she has to throw herself. What is that on the bottom of her grip?
She plays with that the whole time. In fact, several players do. It seems to be a little bit of tubing or something off the bottom of her grip. There you are. You can see it there. It's obviously something for the balance of the racket or something, but it's most peculiar. First time I saw that, I didn't have a clue what it was.
No.
I'm still not sure what it is, but she plays with that the whole time.
I thought it might have been such a measuring thing that measures the movements of the racket. And I know that there's one for golf where you can monitor the different patterns and swing speeds and stuff like that, but it didn't look like such.
Looked like a bit of rubber tubing, really, didn't
Yeah.
it? Oof. Oh, a cheap point for Korea now. Still a mountain to climb.
Yeah. There's 20 push-ups back home in practice in China if you miss a service return like that.
Oh, went for the drop shot. Oh, well, Wang Yilu is saying it was a double hit. Well, he's experienced enough to know that you play to the call of the umpire, and if there's no call, you just continue to play. I can't say as I saw it. I didn't
see it either.
No. Umpire obviously didn't see it. Yeah, good pressure from Wang Dongping, and that earns China 5 match point opportunities.
And even though there's been some very good rallies, it's always felt like it was going to go this way.
Yeah. Just the fact that they're an established partnership against a pair that's only played together once previously. That's gone wide. And 21-14, 21-15. China get the first point of the semi-final tie. 44 minutes in total for Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping. Their victory over the untried and untested partnership of So Sang-jae and Shin Chan. Well, we did have some fantastic rallies, there's no question of that. And both these players we will hopefully see later on in this tie, because both the Koreans down to play level doubles as well. So incidentally is Wang Yilu, but their confirmation of the score 21-14, 21-15 in 44 minutes. This is the match point opportunity. Yeah, that's the mid-court shot that we've been talking about, where Wang Yilu is always so early to it. The final block from the Koreans wide of the sideline, and a perfect start for defending champions China in the Sudirman Cup semi-final. So coming up next is men's singles, and Shi Uchi, the World Championship silver medalist from 2018, up against Huang, who's been in great form here in Vanta. So welcome back to Vanta. It's a wonderful setting where we are here for the Sudirman Cup. Autumn approaches, the colour of the leaves on the tree is just beautiful as we drive from our hotel to the arena each day. And we've had some lovely crystal clear weather too. But this is the